Monday, August the 10th. Okay. Okay. Hello, YouTube friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell, per usual, on this good Monday morning. It is August the 10th, 2026, and it is currently 7:43 p.m. a.m. here in Detroit, Michigan. I just woke up, I got up and washed my face and brushed my teeth and everything like that. Um, Want to get ready to hop in the shower in a second, but I just wanted to jot down in my digital diary quickly. I woke up this morning hearing, um, maybe I deserve for you to go and find somebody else. So, whose song is that? Let me see. Maybe I deserve for you to go and find somebody else. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna take it. I got my headphones in, so I hope you guys can hear my video. I know yesterday my video was really, really choppy, but I think it's the area that I was in. Um, Maybe I deserve. That's Tank. So this is what I was hearing this morning when I woke up. Somebody live out of town. Somebody live out of town. You know how you could be in like a long distance relationship? I'm getting that maybe somebody not trying to be funny, but you know how you may talk to like a drug dealer or something like that, or maybe even a business professional. But I'm gonna say more so this is on the verge of like a dope dealer, or maybe somebody who travels for music, like a music producer or something of that nature, an accountant or something like that, or maybe like a private investigator. Somebody travels for work is what I'm getting right now just from listening to the song. And that's the song I woke up singing this morning. So somebody travels for work. Maybe they have like a wife and kid at home or the whole family at home, but they travel to a certain state on the regular and they have met somebody there and took it to the next level with that person there and they fell in love with this person that's out of state as well and it's causing problems back home is what I'm getting. Because I was wondering why I woke up singing that song. Like, granted, I'm not in a relationship, and I was talking to a guy, but I haven't talked to him in about a month now. Um, so I don't know why I was channeling that song. In the song, I know it's like maybe I deserve for you to treat me this way, or maybe I'm the one who deserves this type of activity or something like that. But even though I feel like he did me bold and he treated me bad for no reason, I still was like, oh, I still never was like, oh, I hope he get fucked up or I hope his whatever, wife, girlfriend, baby mama find out about me or something like that. I never wish that on people, you know, because that ain't never what I wished or wanted for myself. But I'm getting like maybe something like that has taken place and the situation is a little bit messy. Maybe it's found out about. And this person is like, maybe I deserve to be treated this way, but I didn't deserve to treat you that way. Maybe somebody wants to talk about something or how something went down or how something took place or something like that. But that's what I was getting.
Baby, it's cool. Maybe I deserve for you to say he's coming into town. This evening, just wondering if you and him could hang out. I don't like it. No, I gotta trust you.
You see, he was saying like maybe y'all could ask if, hello, how are you, Telvin? And I see your comments quite often. I love you and appreciate you. Hi, Alvin. He can't mess with Anthony Hamilton. I love me some Anthony Hamilton. But you see, speaking of Anthony Hamilton, when I read that, I instantly thought of Charlene. And you see how in that song he be like, he's basically asking for an apology, like, dang, I was so busy working, going back and forth out of town and shit. I wasn't thinking about the relationship. I wasn't thinking about how it was affecting you and everything that you was handling at home or everything that you was dealing with for us. And I was just thinking about me, thinking that sending you some money was okay or just being there financially for you was enough. And it's like, no. And then I guess Charlene left and Anthony Hamilton was singing Come On Home to Me, Charlene. Yeah. Woke up this morning to a letter that she wrote. See, somebody got tired. Somebody got fed up. And then I trying to be funny, but you know how I usually wake up and I start a video for my digital diary. Maybe somebody woke up to one of my videos like that. I really hurt her feelings. Like that was bold. I ain't have to do her like that, but it is what it is. Somebody did somebody real fucked up. Because now I'm hearing Whitney Houston like this is the heartbreak hotel. So somebody really broke somebody's heart and they did not deserve that. They didn't. So that's what I'm getting. So that's why I'm hearing Tank and Whitney Houston and somebody broke somebody's heart and it was for nothing. So that's crazy. It's because listening to he said, she said. And that's bringing me Tank is real. Blessed day. Yes, he is. But that's bringing me to the video that I did yesterday when I was saying like is somebody out here that was talking about somebody really bad or running their mouth about somebody really bad, but they didn't know this person for real. They was just running their mouth off some he said, she said. But and now this person is about to be embarrassed, like, oh, maybe I should have just kept quiet. Like I didn't know that person like that, so I should have just, I should have been quiet when everybody was talking instead of trying to be in with the in crowd and chiming in on information that I didn't know about. I should have shut the fuck up. And yes, somebody is realizing that they should have shut the fuck up. And that's what I was saying yesterday morning. Like I woke up and I was hearing like somebody ex or they baby mama or somebody's brother's new girlfriend or somebody's new wife or girlfriend or something like that. They came into a relationship not knowing what they ex was into or what they boyfriend was into before they met them. So they started sitting around listening to the family and talking with the family and trying to fit in with a family that they didn't belong in anyway. And they started talking about this person's baby mama. And this bitch didn't know what she was talking about. And now that shit catching up to her ass. I'm hearing your mouth writing checks that your ass can't cash. The shit catching up to the bitch and her boyfriend or her husband or whoever the fuck he is, they going to jail. And you about to be really embarrassed that you sat around with your new boyfriend and his family and talked all this shit about the ex or the other baby mama, and now you and your boyfriend or you and your husband or whoever y'all is, the whole family is under investigation. But y'all too, Bonnie and Clyde, is going to prison. And look, a family that prays together stays together. A family that talks shit together and don't know what the fuck they talking about get taken down together too. So that's what I'm hearing. Like somebody did a whole bunch of talking and they can't back it up. So yeah, I was hearing that. I don't know. But it's raining here today in the D. I said I was gonna get up and go and enroll my kids in school today. Um, I'm waiting on my baby daddy to bring me back Lily's birth certificate and social security card because I had let him see that in the summertime just in case he wanted to enroll her in school. But since he's not, and Lily and I were talking yesterday, I have to enroll my baby in school, so he has to bring me those pieces of paperwork back. I have Mari's and Mally's already. Um, Mally said he wanted to come back and be with me today as well. So, hi guys. So, hopefully I get to get my baby today. But again, it's about 2 weeks before school gets started, so I need to do everything it is that I need to do for them before that time comes. I pretty much got their shoes out the way. One of my friends said that he's going to be doing a back to school rally and school supply giveaway for the kids, so I'm gonna make sure I attend that. Um, Mari sent me a book bag that he wants me to get for him, so I have to get that, and then I just have to get the uniforms. But I gotta wait till I enroll him in school so I can make sure of exactly what the uniforms are. So that's on my agenda for this week to get that done. And being that I don't have a car anymore, I've been having to lift. And ain't that so funny? Because I was lifting, but it's all working out for me. I can't just hop and go when I want to. So that's part of my little budget, and I had a strict, tight budget that I have to stick to for transportation at the current moment right now. Um, and then one of my guy friends did say he had one of his friends is a manager at two different stores or whatever. So I said I was gonna pick up me a little job or whatever, probably like a midnight shift or something like that, so that I can work at night and then I could get my kids and take them to and from school in the morning in the daytime and stuff like that. So, that seems to be working out for me. I was speaking to somebody else about a transportation situation too, and, he was being real genuine with me. He was like, I might be able to help you with taking your kids back and forth to school or, helping you out with a solution with that. So we shall see. We shall see. I also know that the DDOT's, Detroit Department of Transportation, is allowing all kids to catch the bus to school for free this year. However, I don't really want Mally and Mari catching a bus by themselves or anything like that. But the school that I was looking at is not that far from either location that they be at. So I've been looking at all that type of stuff and then trying to figure out how I'm gonna work around my schedule. So that's what I've been doing the last couple of days. So yeah, I was getting that, but I'm hearing still like don't stress yourself, pretty lady. Like things are taking place behind the scenes that I know nothing about. I'm hearing victory and justice, and again, I'm hearing like I haven't been making these videos for nothing. Like somebody has actually been looking into the stuff that I've been saying. And I do believe that. I was also saying in my video yesterday morning that I had called out to the DHS office, and the guy that I had spoke to, he had ended up saying that I had had a PO box on file, and I never had a PO box. I went to get a PO box a few months ago, and I had went in there with like $50 cash because I thought it was gonna probably be like $50 or less to get a little tiny PO box. But the way that the payments are set up, it was going to be like 100 and something dollars, and I didn't have that much cash on me. So I told the lady, I'm like, oh, you know what, ma'am, I'm just going to come back another day or whatever. But I never ended up going back. I filled the paperwork out, and that was at the post office on the east side. I think that's the East Point post office that I was going to get a PO box at. I had filled out the paper and everything, but I never took it back. The man at the DHS office, he said I had a PO box on file and that my mail was going to a PO box. And I was like, well, no, my mail shouldn't be going to a PO box. I should have a updated address for you guys, and it should be at an apartment building, apartment number such and such. And he was like, okay, yeah, now that's the new address or whatever. But either way it goes, nobody, he should never had a PO box on file for me. And this is what I was saying when I was complaining about DHS and the bridge cards and food stamps and everything. Mind you, I haven't had food stamps in 4 months. It's going on the fifth month now. My children haven't got them. They haven't even got the summer PEBT that they give away to all the kids. My kids didn't even receive that. And when I talked to the man, he said the same thing as the lady 2 or 3 months ago when I called. And it was like, well, your food stamp should never been cut off anyway because it wasn't time for you to have a review, and you didn't miss your interview. They never called you for the interview. I ended up calling up there, and the lady was like, well, there's so much stuff in the computer. I'm confused on what's going on. I need to send it over to like a supervisor or something. When I talked to the man the other day, he said the same thing. I need to send it over to RSS or something like that, where somebody higher up needed to look at it because it was some stuff going on that he couldn't quite understand. But everybody be sitting around making it seem like I be making this shit up, and that I was making up identity theft and people stealing my money and people using my identity and using my kids for shit like Section 8 and child care and cash assistance, and I wasn't receiving none of that. And I was saying like that's the type of shit that get your baby daddies and shit put on child support. My baby daddy's not on child support. They don't fucking pay child support. None of them. For none of my kids. And I'm not receiving any welfare like that for any of my children. So don't make it seem like I am. But and then when I do try to apply for services because they should be available to me, I'm always denied. So you have to make it make sense. And that's how I ended up writing the news. Fox 2, who also don't do their job, but they be sitting around trying to crack some fucking jokes. The news, the FBI, and everybody. I did my job. And I get online every day and I tell my story so that they can have evidence and proof in the digital trail to go off of. And I'm hearing like somebody is finally starting to listen to what I'm saying and take it serious. Like an investigator is actually starting to investigate. So I'm hearing like, don't stress too much. I'm hearing what's yours is always going to be yours. What's meant to be will always be. So I haven't been stressing in the midst of it all. And that's why I make these videos as well. Because if I can make it through some shit, you can make it through some shit. If I made it through half of the shit that I've been through, if you going through anything, you can make it through anything. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So I make the videos for proof, for encouragement, to have faith of a mustard seed, and to never fucking give up. Never. Even when you want to fold, you gotta stand 10 toes. You cannot fold. So those are my words of encouragement for you guys today. Y'all see I got on my Child of God shirt. And it does have some, well, I ain't gonna turn around because then I'm gonna have to put my shorts down and everything. So anyway, I love you guys. I'm wishing y'all nothing but love, joy, peace, happiness, abundance, good health, good wealth, prosperity, and all that good shit that us good ass people deserve. Remember, what you put out is what you get back. What goes up must come down, and what goes around comes around like a hula hoop. And karma is a bitch. So just make sure the bitch is beautiful. Shout out to Lil Wayne. I'm hearing best rapper alive. That's funny to me. Um, I'm also hearing I'm hearing somebody sick. I had came back to the apartment yesterday, and I was talking to my friend. I'm like, somebody in this apartment building is sick. Like they don't feel good. It's something like with their stomach or something, or them sweating really bad. Excuse me. I've been having the hiccups a lot lately. But and prior to lately, I don't know when the last time I had the hiccups. But I was saying like somebody was feeling a little bit sick, and my friend was like, "That's crazy," because somebody was outside throwing up this morning. And I was like, "No, somebody's really sick. Like we might actually see somebody have to get taken to the hospital on an ambulance or something." And I was just hearing Lil Wayne, another Lil Wayne verse where he like, what song that he be like, no, I'm not sick, but my watch is, or something like that, or in the midst of he said like my jury's sick. I ain't sick, but my watch is, but my jury is. It's something like that. And that's what I was telling my friend yesterday. I'm like, I'm not sick, but somebody in this building or somebody around us is sick because I can feel it. So I'm here like, I'm not sick, but my watch is. Like, I'm not sick, but somebody is, and I can feel their energy. So again, wishing you guys love, joy, peace, happiness, and abundance, good health, and good wealth. Somebody is not doing good though. So yeah. Anyway, I love you guys, and I come in peace. Y'all be safe in the Detroit streets or wherever you may be from in the United States of America or the solar system that we live in. Talk to you guys later.